What's going on, folks? Particular Tricks here, back with another video. 3,000 subscribers. Literally can't put it into words how happy that makes me. Like 3,000 subscribers. I couldn't even imagine hitting 3,000, let alone 300. You know, I started this channel out just for a bit of fun, talking about games of a certain franchise that I liked, and it grew into this where we are today, this size, and we're gonna keep going. Can't believe I've hit 3,000 subscribers. Small number on YouTube, but it means the absolute world to me. I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who has subscribed. If you were my first subscriber, or if you were the last one to subscribe, it means the absolute world. And I put a post out, I think about a week ago, just saying that for the 3,000 special, I was going to do a Q&A for a couple of people to ask any questions that they wanted to ask me, and I would make a video once we hit 3,000 subscribers. That's this video. Alright, so today is a Q&A, chilled back. I'm just going to answer the questions that some of you have asked. There's not many, but you know, I'm going to do my best to try and, you know, give as much detail on the questions that have been asked. Let's get into it. The first question is coming from an ordinary crocodile, and they asked, why do you only play COD and not other games? The reason my channel has been specifically Call of Duty content is because that's just what I started out posting. Before this channel was Particular Tricks, I had an old name. I was actively playing Warzone, uploading Warzone clips, and I was getting a couple hundred views here and there, but it was like 2-minute, 3-minute videos, TikToks and shorts, and I was just actively playing Call of Duty. It was kind of the only game I was really playing at the time. I mean, I was playing other games, but like in an online setting, it was the only game I was playing. So that's why I was posting those types of videos, and then that prompted me to go back and look at other Call of Duties, older Call of Duties, and you know, grew up playing the games. I literally have played every single Call of Duty from the first ever COD all the way up until Black Ops 6. Bought every single one of them, played every single one of them. I've even played a couple off-brand, you know, titles like Black Ops Declassified for the PS Vita. If any of you remember that, fair play. That's a throwback right there. But yeah, so the reason it was only COD was just because I have a genuine love for the franchise. I know Call of Duty loves to get trolled a lot on Twitter, YouTube, you know, saying how Battlefield 6 is so much better and it's going to kill Call of Duty, stuff like this here. But the reason I'm still so passionate about Call of Duty is because I grew up playing Call of Duty. I grew up playing the games. I grew up playing the campaigns, multiplayer. Like, I spent hours, probably days combined, weeks of my life into these games. And it's just passion, really. That's not to say that I won't make videos on other games. I've been thinking about that for a long time. You know, eventually at some point, will I branch into other games? And I kind of draw, it's kind of a thin line between what videos I want to make and what videos you want to watch, because at the end of the day, I'm making these videos for you to watch. And I don't want to make videos if you don't like them, because then you're going to lose faith in me to provide this content for you. So the Call of Duty videos, again, as I said, I'm passionate about them and they have worked. You know, they've got a good couple of views. Some of them haven't, some of them have. The whole point is that I enjoy making the Call of Duty videos anyway, regardless of the views, regardless of whatever. You know, I still love making those videos because, again, I'm just passionate about the game. One day, who knows, if the opportunity arises to make a video about another franchise, another game, I would 100% explore that opportunity. I'm not just going to milk Call of Duty dry until it becomes dead and people are just fed up of hearing the same game over and over again. Obviously, I know a lot of you who watch the videos are interested in other games, so I don't want to rush into it, but I would 100% make videos on other games when that opportunity presents itself. So hopefully soon. I've said, you know, before that I would like to explore different paths. So if that comes up, then we'll see. Next question comes from Lazarus Blocky, and he says, are you ever going to do a face reveal? No.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your...
No, I actually have put my face up before, but those videos didn't really get that many views, so I'm sure a lot of you haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen my face, here you go. I'm beautiful, I know. You don't need to mention it in the comments. I know, trust me. Next question comes from the goddamn Bacon, who says, well, guess this isn't totally out of the line then. What's your go-to frozen pizza? Also, I've heard good things about DaVinci Resolve. He's talking about some friends of mine use that program for their stay-at-home videos. My go-to frozen pizza, I'm going to put a photo up of the box. It's called Restaurante. That's the name of the brand. That's the frozen pizza I would usually eat. Obviously, nothing beats fresh, but if I was ever in the house alone and I just needed something quick to throw on, that's what I would go for. It's banging. I know frozen pizza is a bit hit or miss, but they're very nice. But obviously, always go fresh if you can. And just touching on DaVinci Resolve, yeah, so I was using CapCut, believe it or not, to edit my videos. CapCut is extremely basic. It's good. It does the basics in terms of video editing, but that's where it kind of draws a line. It's extremely basic, you know, just kind of go for like cutting, basic video editing, text. Not that my videos need massive, you know, my videos aren't massively edited. They're not, you know, hours and hours of editing. In terms of it being so simple, I just wanted to develop on it a bit more. So that's why I upgraded to DaVinci. But yeah, so I was using CapCut. It done the job. It had everything I needed to do because I actually studied film and making films in school for 2 years. And then I left school to go work, and just I hadn't really made content since school because you had to produce and edit your own film from start to finish. So I never really got to work on anything in terms of editing since I left school. So whenever I started YouTube up again, I knew how to use editing software, you know, I'm not, you know, I knew how to use it, but I was using Premiere Pro when I was in school, and obviously leaving, I wasn't buying Premiere Pro because I didn't know if this was going to turn out the way it did. You know, it was just simply for fun. I wasn't actually taking it that serious, so that's why I used CapCut. But it was just the edit the Warzone shorts and stuff. As it got more serious and started getting more and more subscribers and more views, I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to put more effort into these videos because it's something that I want to chase. You know, I do want to do this full time, of course. I've realized that in the last couple of weeks as well. Kind of like hit me in the face, like this could genuinely be a career, like if I really wanted it, and I do, you know, just with the growing subscribers and hitting, you know, monetization and seeing money coming in. It was like a really big realization that not only is this bringing money, you know, it's not all about money, but we all need to make a living, and if I could make money off this as well as get to do this at full time, then that's the absolute dream. So I just wanted to reflect that into my videos and just put a bit more effort in. So that's why I jumped up to DaVinci Resolve. It is still free. DaVinci Resolve is a free software, but it is light years ahead of CapCut, and a lot of people have actually jumped from Premiere Pro, which you have to pay to use, onto DaVinci Resolve, which is free. There is a paid version. It's called DaVinci Resolve Studio, but the free version gives you more than enough. So yeah, if you are planning on using DaVinci Resolve, it is a bit confusing when you first start using it, but you eventually get used to it. So yeah, I would recommend it. Next question comes from Tamte Enjoyer, and he says, do you play zombies? Yes, I absolutely love zombies. I haven't made a couple videos on zombies, only made one talking about the Mob of the Dead story. I haven't made videos of me playing it. I actually did, like way at the start of the channel, record me playing Mob of the Dead, but I had two absolute terrible teammates. Yeah, it was just a nightmare. I was running about after them, constantly reviving them, and the gameplay wasn't good, you know. I wasn't really enjoying myself playing that, but absolutely love zombies, and I would want to look into making videos on them because the zombies story is actually very deep. Most people don't realize it goes a lot deeper than you would think. During the Black Ops 7 beta, when zombies released, it let you play on part of the map that's going to be on the first map that releases on Black Ops 7. It was only a tiny section of it. It was the farm. I think it was the Van Dorn farm, something like that. You couldn't go outside of that, obviously, the access to full map, but that's going to be a part of the launch map for Black Ops 7. I'm sure a lot of you already know this anyway, but yeah, so me and my friend actually sat for hours. Like, I can't remember how long it was, but it was like 3:30, 4 in the morning or something to get the round 50, because there was like a calling card, I think, that you unlocked for hitting it, like a challenge. And I had actually lagged out at like round, it was like late 30s, early 40s, and I had joined back in, but I had lost like all my perks, guns, everything, and I was literally running about with a combat axe, and we somehow got the round 50. We absolutely grinded that zombies to get that. I had a lot of fun playing the Black Ops 7 beta, and I'm very excited to see what it's like whenever it does drop. But not just that, obviously, you know, I go back and play Black Ops 2 zombies all the time. Like Mob of the Dead, I play Mob of the Dead, not all the time, but I do play Mob of the Dead quite often, as well as Origins. Black Ops 2 zombies is my favorite. But yeah, I would usually spend, whenever a Call of Duty releases, I would spend majority of the nighttime playing zombies. Like, I would play the campaign and multiplayer during the day, and then I would get all the boys on and play zombies at night. So yeah, love zombies. Hopefully Black Ops 7 lives up to the hype. Next question from Sino Exotic, and they have asked, why did you start YouTube? So this is a bit of a story, actually. So the reason I started YouTube was because me and my friends were playing Warzone at the time. Whenever I was considering it, I was thinking, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna, you know, record a couple of clips. Like, I'm not brilliant at the game. I'm not gonna get 40 kills and solo squads, but it was just more fun, you know, funny content, commentary. That's what I was doing. I was just recording a couple clips per match and then uploading those clips and then playing the rest of the game. Yeah, uploading longer form content was something I was really looking into. The process of editing the clips, even though they were only 2-3 minutes long. It was really like exciting getting back into that grind, and that pushed me to make longer formed videos. But I had a really bad identity crisis at the start of this channel. Like, I didn't know what videos to make, and eventually playing Warzone at the time just pushed me into Call of Duty, and then started going back and playing the old CODs, and it just boosted my confidence and interest into making those videos. So I just started talking about the older games, and here we are. It's been an absolute journey so far, and I have no means of stopping. Again, YouTube's always been something that I've wanted to do. I've just never really had the confidence to do it until that day. It's only, this channel's only been like this for 2 to 3 months, if even, and we've already grew to this size. It's amazing, and I do not want to stop at all. I want to keep going, seeing where we can go. The support I get every day, even if I haven't uploaded in a while, is crazy. Like, every day I wake up and check the comments, there's dozens of positive comments, and it's just really opened my mind into YouTube, because it's not just me creating content, it's you giving the feedback as well. And that's just the reason that I want to keep going, is you. That's why I started YouTube. And I did have a couple weeks there where I was a bit rocky with the content, but I just had a lot going on personally. Nothing bad, just I was quite busy. But yeah, hopefully we're back on track, and we'll get the videos pumped out as fast as we can. Next question comes from Shakespeare's assistant, and they have asked, whereabouts are you from? I am from here, this little city on this little island. Yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm from Belfast, the north of Ireland. Next question comes from Cheesy McNuggets 818. What a name. What kind of movies do you like to watch? This is going to sound weird, but I would actually watch basically any movie. More specifically, like superhero movies, action movies. I think a lot of people like to watch those. One of my most favorite ones is The Batman from, 2022? The Robert Pattinson Batman. The reason that I like that film so much is because it's not just a typical superhero film, like, bad guys coming to blow up Earth and the good guy stops him. It's not just typical like Avengers. Love the Avengers films. They're the best superhero films, but they're so like basic in terms of their plot. Like, bad guy shows up, gonna kill everyone on Earth. The Avengers stop them. The end. Do you know what I mean? Where this was a lot more cinematic. Like, cinematography is a massive part of that film. It doesn't just rely on the story. The camera, it's dark. If you haven't watched that film, go watch it, please. But yeah, that would be my most kind of enjoyable films. I do like most genres of films. I wouldn't turn any off if one came on. If I don't enjoy it, I don't enjoy it. But I love a lot of genres, but action movies would be probably the one I would go to the most. And my good friend, the one, the only Codsworth, coming in with a 3-parter. So, are there any plans for other games when the COD ideas run thin? Sorry. Yeah, touching on what I was saying. To that other comment, not specifically sure on what game, like I don't have a set game in mind. I would definitely pursue the opportunity once the ideas start running thin. Again, there's literally hundreds of videos I can make on Call of Duty, but I don't want to milk Call of Duty dry. Obviously, like that is my passion. That's why I started the channel. I'm a Call of Duty channel, if you want to put me, phrase it that way. 100% I would look into other games. Going to take a bit of experimenting, trial and error, making videos on certain games to see if they do well. If they don't, okay, we'll go somewhere else, But once those opportunities arise, I would definitely look into it. I don't want to just be a Call of Duty channel. I want to play games, That's primarily what I started doing. I started making videos on me playing the game, and just when I started talking about the game, those were the videos that done, better. I would definitely look into the other games. I just need to, take that opportunity once it comes. Obviously, the videos are doing, still doing well. I'm still enjoying making them, and I hope you are still enjoying watching them. So whenever the opportunity comes, definitely I would look into making other content on other games, 100%. Next part of the question is, how do you go about gathering info for deep dives? This one's actually not that complicated. So whenever I think of a video, I just kind of take it bit by bit. So if it takes course over like a mission, or if it's just about a character, let's just take, for example, the General Shepard video. That was a video, that's my most popular video. So let's just take that video for example. It's quite simple. Why did he betray Task Force 141? Surprisingly, a lot of people actually commented saying I didn't actually know the real reason. So there you go. It was a very informative video. But basically what I'll do is I'll just go to the cutscenes usually. Well, in the Modern Warfare original trilogy, the cutscenes is usually where most of the story lies. Obviously the mission itself, playing the game, there's a lot of overlooked details in the cutscenes, obviously, because most people skip the cutscenes. They don't want to watch them, they just want to play the game. When you go to there, when you look and you kind of connect dots, that's kind of how I gather my information. Also, is it called Wiki? Call of Duty Wiki. Let me just double check. Yeah, Call of Duty Wiki, found them. If you ever need more information on a specific character or mission, that's where you can go as well. Doing a bit of research, I do type up a couple things on Google. Also, the Call of Duty Wiki is very good for finding information as well. But a lot of it, well, most of it is basically me watching the cutscenes, the pre-cutscenes before the mission, after the mission, the missions itself, documenting in my brain what happens, what's said. Obviously, I'll record it, watch it back, clip it if I need that bit of footage, and that's kind of how I get my information on the deep dives. It's not as like hard as you think. It's just a bit time consuming, you know, but once you start connecting the dots, it's easier to piece together all the information to make a deep dive. But again, it's very fun making those videos because you get to go back and do research into the games that you grew up playing, so it's a very nostalgic experience. But I love making those videos. But yeah, it's not that simple. Just kind of pulling information off different places and then my own experience, recording the gameplay, watching back, clipping stuff, you know, and then piecing the story together. So yeah, that's basically how I get the information together. And the last question is not a YouTube related one. What's your favorite thing in life? Well, that could apply to a lot of different things, ironically. Is it like an object, or is it person, or, you know, relationship? Probably most favorite thing in life would be probably my relationship. I do have a partner. Friendships, I have very, very close friends, a small friend group, but I hold them very dear to me. And I'm not gonna lie, YouTube has opened my eyes to more than just, you know, playing games and creating content. The avenues that it could lead to, opportunities that YouTube could bring. It is a hobby, of course. It is a hobby. If I can grow the channel to whatever stage, you know, there is no end goal in my head for YouTube. It's just make the videos and see how big we can go, and then maybe one day we'll look back and, you know, we'll hit the brakes for a minute. But it is one of my favorite things in my life. You know, it does not take up a lot of time, but it does take up, you know, a good amount of time. If I'm not doing anything, I'll most likely either be researching, making, recording, editing a video. Yeah, the channel would be one of my favorite things in my life, alongside my relationship, my friendship, my family. Of course, they would always be ahead of YouTube. Yeah, YouTube would be one of my most favorite things. My relationship, friendship, as I said. So yeah, that's the Q&A. That was all the questions that were asked. I've been recording for nearly half an hour, so I've done a lot of talking, which means this video will probably take a while to make. Yeah, that's the Q&A. That is the wrap. I hope this gives you like a insight into me personally. Just another couple notes I want to add on. Just in terms of the questions that we're asking about content and stuff. I know not a lot of people are fans of live streaming, but that is something I'm heavily looking into. I've got OBS set up fully for streaming, alerts, chat, everything's set up. I just need to press start streaming, and that'll be me ready to go. I'm considering streaming whenever Black Ops 7 goes live. Not necessarily just for Black Ops 7. Of course, I'll be playing the game, you know, the campaign, multiplayer, zombies, whatever. But I also just want to, you know, chill and have live interactions with you, get to talk to you in real time. You know, that's something that I've been researching into, and I got OBS fully set up for that to be done. So I'm most likely going to be doing a stream here or there. My first stream will probably be like a tester, you know, just to see how you interact. As you know, as good, do I do it well, do I stream well, do you want to watch it? And if that's something that works out, I'll probably do another one, and I'll get a couple of you as moderators. If that's something you would be interested in, let me know. But yeah, that's basically it. That is the Q&A done. I just wanted to mention that just because I just kind of want to, you know, let you know that it is something I'm looking into. So if you do see me live streaming, then you'll know. But yeah, folks, that is it from me today. I've got 2 banger videos incoming, so keep an eye out for them. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.